Riley was the traitor all along. I knew it from the start, of course, but you provided me with a good show in the meantime.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Say, hold up there, friend. Watch out. That way's a minefield.
Ha! I laugh at danger. I'm a get up and go getter. Whoosh! That's the sound of me throwing caution to the wind. While the herd wait for permission, I see my opportunity. I had to make my own luck. Don't follow the herd. Eat Purpleberry Crunch by Auntie's Choice. Every flavor-filled morsel is packed with the pep and tenacity you need to succeed. Are you a getter and go-getter?
Yes, well, enough of that.
I am primed to punish! Prosecuting! Viscerally!
Target analyzed. Lay down fire! Combatant scan.
Lethally!
Stun weapon ready, Commander. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Across the rings of Elysium, from the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is wireless free Arcadia, official frequency of Auntie's Choice. Auntie's Choice is all about choice. From 15 different kinds of fresh from frozen meats, to canned animals, vegetables, and minerals, to vodka in every color of the rainbow, and then some. Auntie works hard to make sure you have more variety than you could ever want or hope to want. You deserve that choice. You deserve Auntie's Choice. Okay, back to business. Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
Scopes for combatant analysis. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
You're listening to Wireless Free Arcadia for music, entertainment, and the latest from the front lines. Sponsored by Auntie's Choice, improving lives through unfettered free trade.
I shall reduce them to glory.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Once someone irons out their reality-rending downside, we'll be left with nothing but upside. I have full confidence that our lab coats in experimental operations will innovate a profitable use for them. This could be leveraged in negotiations or to gatekeep arrangements. Think of the R&D potential. Seriously. Think of it. That's your job, please. Auntie's job is to keep you motivated. The threat of extinction.
Hello again. Have you brought me the pupa? Oh, thank law. Here's the reward I promised. I am downright giddy to get it into my lab so I can start my experiments.
Am I supposed to be overjoyed at this turn of events? I'm doing my utmost to act as if none of this is happening at all.
Mantisaurs, eyes up, troops! A mess of the bastards are coming from the east. Did they follow those folks back from that nest?
I've had many missions I've never spoken about to anyone. This one will be for different reasons.
Well, that certainly was a horrific bit of chaos. But you made the right decision. Yes.
Heard something.
That was a song the Sovereign doesn't want you to hear. Oh, say, I hope no members of the Protectorate are listening. Wouldn't want anyone dreaming of a life of self-fulfillment and self-determination. Did I mention I ate a full box of Purpleberry Crunch to celebrate my big new promotion? Life here is tough. Sure wish my leaders spent their time dictating my every move. I consider this song a real standout number. Assuming you have taste, you surely will as well.
Commander, we should put our heads together while we have time.
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor, this unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
Should we consider going in with a plan this time? Or is it going to be another improvised free-for-all?
Despite my skepticism regarding these peace negotiations, I favor the idea of interrupting your saboteurs' malevolent aims.
Exactly. It ain't just about the delegates. It's the civvies who always pay the greatest price.
Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised, in the absence of Victor, status deceased, and his explosives, Agent DeVries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, DeVries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals, and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander. Confirmed. Per the Earth Directorate Manual, a team formed of multiple agents is vital to success, especially during missions where agent attrition is likely to occur.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make DeVries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of our own Phantoms? I know what's at stake. I'm not asking you to set aside the mission. I'm telling you I want to be there when you face Augustine. I'm owed answers, Commander.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander.
To-goodness broadcasting for street shooters across Arcadia. This is wireless-free Arcadia. An important update regarding the attack on Outpost Opportunity. The Order of the Ascendant's claims have been proven correct. They were, in fact, not responsible. Outside agitators were apparently attempting to frame the Order in hopes of rekindling hostilities between us. But we were much too cautious and level-headed this time. Other outside armies, presumably less agitating, reportedly outed these malefactors and brought these matters to an appropriate close. Hope no employees listening shot anyone from the Order while this was being resolved, which you'll recall we explicitly forbade earlier. If you did, and any Order representatives are listening, we can offer our standard regrets and apologies bouquet assortment delivered to the homes of any surviving loved ones. Alternately, we could just leave a dozen or so outside one of our local field offices for you to collect and distribute yourselves. In fact, we'd actually prefer that. Assuming by your silence, that's okay. Lovely, let's do that. Duh. Now, on to other things. This one always makes me pretend I have the sun in my eyes. Now
time to goggle the rift, Commander. We've got to get to DeVries. Doesn't take an engineer to hazard a guess whose ship that is. DeVries is here, Commander. I'm sure of it.
Good evening. On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations for peace. With tensions being patched in Golden Ridge, I am certain we can both profit from a merger. But surely the good Vicar Laureate and his fellow shareholders have some thoughts?
Madam Vice President, I and my fellow counselors remind you that this is no merger, but an alliance. By ending the war, we may focus on the true threat to our society, the rifts.
No way through that fence except in pieces. Let's find another way around.
Be still, Cadre. But don't let this interloper out of your sight. It's you, is it not? The one Agent DeVries warned me to expect? Well, see here. If you intend to stop me, you're far too late. I certainly don't wish it, yet my health is of far less import than ensuring our mission success. I've already cleared the way for my associates into the station.
We need answers, now. How we extract those answers, I'll leave up to you, Commander. Personally, I'd start with the knees.
You'll do no such thing. My willpower is stout, my loyalty unshakable. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. If our deaths buy Agent DeVries and our comrades the time they need, so be it. We know full well she cares nothing for us, nor do we ask her to. We share her purpose, and so we fight to keep infidels like you from disrupting her plans. But it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent DeVries is right. The only way to save us from destruction is to save the Order from itself. True, if we want to preserve the Order, we shouldn't kill our own. But I fear that eventually the rot of beguilement will eat us from within. Indeed, you may be right. A single weed is easier to stamp out than a meadow full of them. Fine then. I surrender. See this screen? Agent DeVries' orders for each of her strike teams are here for the taking. One team is in the next chamber, in fact. They're using the Seer's codes to gain control of the automechs and secure the station. All while Agent DeVries makes for the forum chamber to eliminate the delegates. You'll also need this. Her guards have commandeered some frightful reinforcements, and you'd do well to find the control hub to disable them before you're spotted. That's my end of the agreement upheld. If you truly intend to stop her, best be on your way now. May the numbers guide you.
No time to waste. Let's have a look at those plans.
clearance is required to proceed.
Shall we say? This is good. If the Protectorate's own leader is beyond his depth, he and his ilk won't anticipate an alliance.
He's not my sovereign.
Yes, right. Well, landing a strike against the Protectorate in this state will be something like wrangling a galloping breadworm.
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion. If so, then you are perhaps even more ignorant of Arcadia than I calculated. The sovereign, guide him, is as ineffective as you suggested. His advisor, the consul, is not. These executions, these impulsive attacks, are solely his influence.
Solely? Your previous sovereign was rather draconian himself, if your own history books are to be believed. You act like the current rot emerged from nowhere.
I could perhaps say the same for you and your reputation for putting profits over people. But instead, I suggest we pivot our discussion back to the real matter at hand.
Be advised, station security forces are under hostile control.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
After some quick mental calculations, I do see merit in your last declaration. It was astonishingly logical, in fact.
How charming that I've surprised an esteemed man such as yourself. In turn, I wish to thank you for toning down your bloviating. I feared we'd still be here next fiscal quarter.
Yes, you must be quite busy between product launches and counting bits. But I will be here as long as it takes to ensure the order isn't taken advantage of by duplicitous actors.
Let us turn our attentions once more to Golden Ridge. I am grateful we could come to an accord after that unfortunate attack on outpost opportunity. But many questions remain.
Of course. Allow me to offer this bit of data. The true culprit of the attack was a proctor named Svoboda. My brave colleagues found her out and promptly executed her.
Ah, so the Order is capable of decisive action. I had doubts after hearing about your monastery. Even though the hostages yet... This all happened under your purview.
I would remind you that the innocent survived because of our quick and accurate analysis of the situation. I do hate insinuations that we allow chaos to run rampant on our watch. Chances are high that any erratic variable is a result of your people's meddling in our affairs.
Ridiculous. Next you'll be claiming we're to blame for all of your past failures. Why, the mere prediction of our arrival years ago sent you into a tizzy. Isn't that right?
I'd like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there, but we are ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate. But I was heartened to hear that your leaders convinced Westport residents to seek shelter in Fairfield. Things rarely end this way for the Protectorate's abandoned subjects.
Ah, yes. The Protectorate had their folks living in fear between all those hymns and maniacal proclamations. That was all the opening we needed to acquire some hearts and minds.
Well, we welcome the news of your advances. However, it is worrisome that it took the assistance of a freelancer for you to finally secure your hold. Worrisome indeed. According to my analysis prior to this meeting, enough goodwill exists between our parties to suggest a high chance of success should a treaty or alliance be agreed upon.
Treaty? As in a contract? Goodness. Need to rush into such formalities, Vicar. Especially when so much is yet to be discussed.
No time to lollygag, Commander. Whatever's in that repository...
Multiple indicators suggest contact with the enemy may be imminent. currently possess the codes to override these auto-mechanicals. Access the controls nearby in order to do so.
This next shot won't miss. I can hear you scampering, little sprat. What are you doing down there?
Nobody around.
I can hear you scampering around, little sprat. Have you given up?
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
I hear you scampering around, little sprat. Fine then. Cross that bridge and see how well you fare.
Updating delegates' likelihood of survival based on all available factors. Warning. Delegates in imminent danger. Hurry, Commander.
Suppose we can entertain a tentative agreement. I hereby agree that both of our parties will lay down their arms. For now.
I am pleased to hear it. There is no need for senseless bloodshed when we may yet come to an accord.
I remind you that a contract signing may still be a ways off, but we might consider the hierarchy between our parties should we wish to proceed with a merger and alliance.
No, we wouldn't want any unseemly quarrels over power. Especially when presiding bishop Ruth Bassar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better its people.
foresight is nothing without propaganda. And our Minister of Marketing has already won.
Delegates located. Status alive. For now.
So you think that your people should rule? I certainly won't downplay the powers of persuasion here, but Arcadian matters are best suited for Arcadians. We actively collect data to understand how to serve our people, after all. Look no further than the abbot, who welcomed refugees to Matriarch's mercy.
Yet he struggled to feed and house them properly. The poor man was clearly overwhelmed if he couldn't see his right hand was actively undermining him, even with his data.
Meanwhile, Auntie's choice has done little to alleviate the refugee crisis it helped create.
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander.
It's over, Augustine. Nowhere left to run. No more lies you can peddle or people you can burn. Your rewards come due.
Ibarra, I was unaware of your survival until recently. Believe it or not, I was happy you survived. But to see you still seeking solace in the Commander's shadow is disappointing. You could have done anything with your life. Shrugged off the bad memories. But now you're both here to meddle. Law knows why. Certainly. And then I'll brew us some tea and we can gossip about the latest pitchball matches. Do you think me an idiot? I've no interest in continuing this little reunion. What happened in Horizon Point, well, I had no choice but to do as I did. And I'm prepared to do the same again. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late. Spare me that sanctimonious drivel. You'll never be Commander Zane, don't even try. Such ambition. But that requires anyone to know that you were here. Or to remember you at all.
All you'll be remembered for is sending your team to the slaughter. Assassinating innocent folks for your own gain. Some legacy you're leaving behind.
I don't give a damn for my legacy. I simply wish for you to stop interfering in my work. You haven't any idea what's at play here. It's in your best interest, Commander, to hear me out. I am doing everything with what little power I have to stop the rifts from destroying the galaxy. I am so close. With the right data and the prototype rift modulator hidden away in a protectorate lab on Praetor, the Order could finally figure out how to control the rifts. But like the protectorate before them, Auntie's choice must never have access to that technology. Whoever wins the war will control Arcadia. And once control is seized, it's only a matter of time before attention turns to closing the rifts and learning how to control them. Controlling these rifts leads to absolute power. And under no circumstances can the Order share that with Auntie's choice. It's as if they'd deny how we got to this point. It was the Seers who came to me back then. They showed me their data, proving that the Protectorate's rift experiments would lead to our galaxy's destruction. I didn't want to believe them. But as more and more of their predictions came to pass, I knew I had to act. I had to destroy Horizon Point and its research to prevent annihilation.
That's... law! Augustine, you could have told us what you were planning instead of letting us blunder into a trap.
No, I couldn't have. Had I deviated from the plan even the slightest amount, it could have jeopardized everything. I had to avert a far worse disaster. By any means. No. I saw their models. The Protectorate and all their ignorance would have torn the galaxy asunder in pursuit of their matriarch's dream. Fascists are nothing if not predictable. You were an unwelcome variable. Prior knowledge could have changed your actions, and the Seers had predicted that you and your team would perish in the process regardless. I tried to put it out of mind when you and I first spoke. I had to focus. But all I could think of was the cost I was being asked to pay to ensure the mission's success, and I forced myself to complete it. I trusted that with Horizon Point's destruction, humanity might be saved, but it wasn't. It was only the start. I must finish what I started. That's not what happened. Your presence disrupted their equation, and the mission could not risk failure. And I didn't kill any of you. I simply did not interfere.
Sure you ain't kin to Auntie Cleo? Because you sure as hell know how to pass the buck.
Whatever you think of me, it wasn't so simple to sit back and listen as they met their ends. Every instinct I had was yearning to act, but I could not. And I'm not seeking absolution. From you, anyhow. I know the distinction matters not to you, but it does to me. And what happened there forced me to search for a way to stop the rifts. To stop the thoughts that plagued me. You recall what I said of the rift modulator? Of the data? It's the only way to control the rifts. And only the Order can be trusted with this power. You know who these corporatists are. How they deal with their competitors. Imagine now how a war spurred by greed might be won when fought with rifts instead of guns. You see? The Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace. If they don't complete the mission they started, everything I have done will have counted for nothing.
Enough! Just enough, Augustine. I can't listen to any more of these excuses. I've got all the answers I needed, Commander. She's gone over the threshold and ain't no bringing her back. Best we make this quick, before she can hurt anyone else.
You think you have it in you to pull the trigger, Ibarra?
Had 10 years to practice. Give the order, Commander. How many times do you need a snake to bite you to realize its nature? She's shown us who she is, Commander. She's showing us again right now. Boy, damn it all! I trust you. You know I do. Come death or damnation. Fine. I'll follow your lead. Just don't ask me to forgive her, Commander. It ain't in me. That after all she's done.
It doesn't matter. Nothing you can say to me will change the issue at hand. If I'm to give the Order the means to close the rifts, the peace talks must end. 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse. Is that so? Please then, enlighten me on how you might save the Order from itself. Even if the circumstances for peace are right, surely their envoys' untimely deaths will put fear into them. If I can do anything to put doubt in either faction's mind, I'll do it. You were an Earth Directorate agent once, you understand the need to be thorough. But even if what you say is true, there's no undoing the past. Not for me. I don't belong here. And the Earth Directorate's nothing more than a memory. This mission is all I have. So if you won't leave me to carry out my plans, Commander, then all that's left is your bullet. Savannah. I was never a good friend to her, even when she was all I had. Sometimes I thought her a fool for putting such faith in me. But if she still does, maybe. No, it doesn't matter. You've made it clear you despise me for what I've done to you, to your crew. Now you wish to convince me that you want me to live? Oh, so you pity me? Think me mad? I was a fool to think someone like you could ever understand. Let's finish this.
Entering ready to assist. Agents and employees. Raise has been terminated. Due to acts of betrayal, service honors may not be awarded posthumously. Station is currently suffering catastrophic damage. Please evacuate immediately.
That rift's not getting any smaller. Come on, Commander, huff and puff it.
Warning, this is wireless.
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has deteriorated significantly. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines. The full parameters are as follows. The agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exceptions. The extreme nature of stated emergencies supersedes any other considerations. I have also detected competing The surveillance data from the satellite confirms DeVries's assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor. That may be. Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature ground-level rift anomalies you may encounter. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited to this purpose. Studies have shown that popular cakes, such as those produced, consumption of such products is not recommended. This unit is not programmed to challenge the command. Both antis, coincidentally, it seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander? You've also received a message from Auntie's Choice. Acknowledge. It appears you now have permission to...